Welcome to SomeGuy's Garage. It's Tool Test Tuesday, and today we're going to take a look at the Knipex 5-inch, 7-inch, and 10-inch pliers wrench. So first we'll take a quick look at how they work. So normal pliers, you press this button and that's what opens and closes the jaws. Same with the larger size, and again same with the smaller size. All right, let's take a look at how well they work. So I've got the little size now. A little awkward to adjust, but let's give that a go. So we've got a good bite on that. Grab a wrench here for the back. As you can see, it is actually pretty quick to use, and they do put a fair bit of torque. I can actually lean on it pretty good even with this small size to really get it tightened down. And then similarly, going back the other way, pretty easy as well. Ooh. Switch sizes, we're going to go up a wrench size as well. This one's already pretty well adjusted to the right size. On the back here. And yeah, so loosen it off and then tighten it back up. It's nice that you can quickly release and get back on the nut or the bolt without having to fiddle with it too much like you would with an adjustable, but obviously not as fast as a ratchet or something like that, but works pretty well. And then we'll just go up a couple sizes here using the larger 10-inch version. Again, get a wrench on the back. And we'll tighten this down. Grip's pretty wide there. I'm actually going to go a little bit wider, or try to anyway here, so that I can close down on it a bit better and have a little more grip strength. So you can see that's a little more closed up now. And again, yeah, we can tighten it and back off again. But they work pretty well. Like any wrench, you do have to get it in the right orientation. Can crank down pretty hard even on those ones. So overall, not too bad. So finally, it's time for a score for these Knipex plier wrenches. For value, I'm going to only give them a 3 out of 10. It's around $170 for this set, which for 3 pairs of pliers is quite expensive. You know, they're not the best value in terms of pliers out there, although there aren't many alternatives with this style out there in the marketplace today. But generally they are pretty expensive, and you do need to be using them in a pro DIY sense or actually truly professionally to make them make sense. For the average homeowner, these are probably not going to be the first pair of pliers you go out and buy. Quality wise, Knipex, you know, they're known for making really nice tools made in Germany. These are no exception. They're really well made. They feel solid. They move smoothly. You know, everything about them is quite nice. So, you know, for a quality, they are going to get a 9 out of 10. Next up is ergonomics. And for the ergonomics, they're only going to get a 5 out of 10. The reason for that is they aren't the smoothest to use when you're using bolts. They are a little awkward to get placed and keep them in place, although they do grip better than an adjustable wrench. And also I've found that the slide button, trying to adjust it exactly where I want it and getting it to lock into place can be a little difficult. So they've knocked off, or so I've knocked off a couple points for that. Otherwise, you know, the handles are comfortable and generally they work really well, but the use of them isn't quite as good as some other pliers. Next up is performance. In performance, they're going to get an 8 out of 10. These are really good in terms of doing what they need to do. Versus an adjustable wrench, they're night and day better. Really, really nice for that purpose. And, you know, they do open quite wide. Even the smaller sizes have a lot of adjustability range. And in terms of having just one tool in your pocket to do a lot of different bolts, you can't really beat these for that reason. And so they do get the 8 out of 10 in that score category. And finally, usefulness. I do find these quite useful. I'm picking one of these up almost every day when I'm in the garage as well. Kind of replaced grabbing a individual wrench simply because I can grab one and know I'll have the size I need. And because of that, I do tend to use them very often. And so adding all of that up, they're going to get an overall score of 33 out of 50. They aren't the cheapest tool out there, but they do work really well and are a great design, and you really can't go wrong with Knipex. And so they really do earn that 33 out of 50 score. So that's the Knipex Pliers Wrench. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.